I'm smart enough to know there's lots of things to do, from journaling to meditating to prayer to visualization to all kinds of things that are ways to bring me mindfulness, to bring me into that different place. So here's what I'm operating with right now. I think that I'm very healthy right now. I feel like I'm at a high level of well-being. I told that to my neurologist in San Francisco. He thought it was great. And he's a neurologist, you know. So he said it's interesting. It's really an extraordinary man. And I asked him about going to be a part of a support group. And he said, often in support groups, there's so much pain and challenge that I think you're probably fine. You may not need to go to a support group. Well, what I discovered is I think I am fine. And I went to the support group and I found really fine people that were in the support group. And I was moved by being with them. Strangely moved by it. I could never have, it's as if we're all a part of some kind of little subculture or community. And there's something that we share that's very mysterious. And again, I'm just at the surface with it, but I won't miss going to those meetings because that feels important, an important part of my journey. I want to share a few other things that have occurred to me. I described my work, these notions of the essential self, fundamental dissonance, the bounded self. And I began to think, what kind of chronic disease is so completely related to this hard external veneer of the bounded self than Parkinson's? Because with Parkinson's comes rigidity in your body and a sort of hardening muscularly. And so I find that really fascinating. So in my work with individuals to help them to discover their purpose, the work is around how to make the impermeable permeable so that they can move back to their essential self. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's the work of Parkinson's. How to move from that level of the impermeable where the rigidity occurs. And I don't have that in my body now. I'm able to move rather well. My Parkinson's symptoms are the tremor in my hand. I have issues with my colon, many people do who have Parkinson's. And I get tired a little easier. So my energy isn't at the same level. But that's really pretty easy stuff for me to work with. Other people have more advanced forms of that. So I'm eager to share with people who have more advanced forms of Parkinson's some of these ideas about making the impermeable permeable, not just in their physiology, but in their interiority and in their inner level. I decided I wanted to explore alternative approaches. In addition, I'm doing all the meds, I have the neurologist, but I want to do other kinds of things. I'm working with a wonderful woman who is in this community who does the Alexander technique, which is I'm finding really wonderful. It's a kind of body work. I'm working with a really great acupuncturist who happens to be here in Ohio, which is where we live part of the year. And he's been great at opening new doorways to this for me. For example, he says, first off, that in China there is no diagnosis Parkinson's disease, that there are so many dimensions of it that in fact each person needs to be taken individually because each journey is different around these challenges that we experience in our body. And he says there is some relationship he's discovered between individuals who have tended to be more analytical, or as his name is Master Chin, as Master Chin would say it, more focused on numbers and on time, moving at a fast pace, being, in my words, kind of more obsessive and compulsive. Well, it's not, I'm a composition of different things, but those words resonated with me when I spoke to him. Although I do have this other capacity. He characterizes the left brain, right brain as a way to think about this, the left brain being the analytical, the right brain being the more creative. And so his advice to me was that I work with music. Master Chin speaks broken English, and so when I'm trying to listen carefully to him, he's saying to me what sounded like you have to learn to sing your own song. And I said, Master Chin, are you saying I sing, you want me to sing my own song? And he said, I don't want you to sing your song. I want you to play the song in your mind and go to identify your favorite lyrics and your favorite music and to stay in that place. Well, it's like, this is a very smart guy. He knows about making this impermeable permeable. He knows that in that place, there's a different level of health and wellness that occurs. And so I was in love with this guy. He is extraordinary. And he did do acupuncture, but he told me that he didn't think I needed to come back until 6 or 9 months later, that the real work was to do this work around the movement into this more creative or right brain consideration. So I'm working with that. I'm doing more things around that. So I think I would conclude by just saying, in a larger sense, that this looks to me like a really extraordinary thing that's happening. I'm smart enough to know every major thing that's ever happened in my life. In the middle of it, I was pretty much unclear about it. But when I look back at it, I saw the gifts in it. I'm reminded, again, I mentioned earlier Michael J. Fox, and in his book, he says that his greatest gift was Parkinson's disease. And the gift in it was that he came to terms with what was really important in his life. And so I think it's a whole new, I think I've been doing that for a long time now, but I have it's like I've got a whole new doorway to really consider that. So that's my journey.